Hello, I'm the Beauty Professor, and you can find my beauty blog at beautyprofessor.com. I hope that the start of your summer is going really well. I just wrapped up this spring semester last week, and I'm really looking forward to a summer at home, creating content for you guys, spending time with Joey. So Joey just woke up from her nap, and I'm so excited to give you guys a glimpse at how big she's gotten. She's 10 months old now. Every day with her, seriously, is just so joyous. She's such a happy baby, as you guys can see, and just a delight for everyone who meets her. We feel like she's such a blessing and love her so much. Say hi. Say, I'm Joey. Yes. Anyway, I'm really glad the timing worked out so you guys could get a peek at what she has become over these months. Never to be forgotten here, of course, is Jethro here. He's gone through a little bit of a rough patch. He's still as loving and cuddly as ever, but he, in a moment of excitement in the house, actually blew out his ACL in his knee, his back leg. So he has to be pretty still these days to kind of let it heal. That was what the vets recommended. And so we cuddle with him and just encourage him to be still. But I know he hasn't been on camera in a while, so I wanted to give you guys a peek at this little lover boy. I am excited to share with you today a what's in my purse, and I've tried to combine this what's in my purse situation with new products that I've been using on my face in recent days. So I'm going to be applying those products to create this look that you see here, but also discussing my feelings about them as I move along, and certainly they're all housed within this handbag, which is by Longchamp. I picked it up last month. It's super lightweight leather and has a crossbody strap as well. I'm really pleased with it for holding everything under the sun, including what Joey needs, like diapers and wipes and snacks. So it's incredibly capable in that regard, and I will link to that. As always, all of these products that I'm showing you today are swatched in sunlight and on my blog, so I will create that link for you below. And let's get into the routine. Clearly with skincare, I'm not carrying it around in my purse, but I did want to talk to you about what I've been using lately. So I'm working with the Mila Morrissey line, which I've talked about many, many times in the past on Beauty Professor. And for this month, I am experiencing this 30-day routine that combines retinol with vitamin C and then hyaluronic acid. And so it's like a regimen that you do day and night, alternating bioretinol with vitamin C, ultimately leading to a smoother, brighter complexion. I'm really excited to calibrate results, and of course I'll weigh back in a blog post soon, but I have been working with this for the last week or so, and so I wanted to mention that. With these products, which are very potent, I'm also cleansing with the soft foam cleanser, balancing my skin with a toner. I love this pH toner. I've gone through bottles of it. If you've smelled it once in your life, you'll know how divine it is. It just smells amazing and treats your skin really well. And then if I need additional moisture in addition to the hyaluronic acid that you put on in the daytime after your nighttime vitamin C or retinol treatment, I put a pump or two of the dual action serum on my skin. Now that my skincare is complete, I'm going to be showing you what's in my purse and applying the products, giving you some detail on each of them as we move along in the routine. For foundation, I'm working with the Tom Ford Flawless Glow Foundation. This is an SPF of 30, and I picked this up at Nordstrom. I swatched a few colors in my kind of medium range and found that shade number 6 Natural was a really good match for me. I feel like Natural in this formula is a hint darker than Natural in the foundation stick, and that's why it's a good match, because the foundation stick's a little light for me right now. Anyway, it's a liquid, so you shake it up, and I'm just going to go ahead, like I said, already primed my skin. I'm just going to go ahead and apply a few drops to my face. This purports to have light medium coverage, and that's really what I get out of it. What I think is most outstanding is the fact that it is extremely long wearing, and I don't know that it's making those claims, but that has been my experience. Even in warm and humid weather, I find that I get nice buildable coverage, probably to medium at best, but I'm very comfortable with that as a coverage level. And then it really stays put without needing to touch. So you can see now after just that pump and a half or so, I have nice medium coverage. It has kind of a satin finish. It's soft glow. It's not overtly matte, but the finish is also really seamless. I feel like it looks like really good skin, and that's why I'm impressed by it. Many of you have asked me to review this, and so I'm happy I was able to pick it up and show it to you guys. Next, I'm going to work with some concealer. First, I always have my lifetime favorite Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage in SC3 preloaded on just a retractable brush. It's always in my makeup bag, always in my purse, and I'll go ahead and just cover any dark areas that might need a little additional assistance. Right in here. Lately, I've been enjoying a more sheer skin finish with my foundations, letting my freckles shine through on my nose. So I don't want to go too heavy on concealer, plus just in real life, who has time for that, right? Next, I'll use a bit of the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer in shade number 6, as well as a great doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to pop that into the lower under eye region. Use my same beauty blender to blend everything out. I feel like as long as you blend this out quickly, it sets and it doesn't crease all day. It's got that formidable finish that looks really natural and just brightens things up. I like a concealer that's almost the same color as my foundation. I'm not looking for a super white effect under the eyes, so 6 works really well with, incidentally, 6 in the Tom Ford foundation as well. As I continue my routine here, I'm going to go ahead and put some lip balm on just to kind of prime my lips for lip liner and lipstick. This is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in Peach. It's like the sister to this sleeping mask that's in the pink jar, which I like as well, but I really prefer this because of the applicator. You don't have to put your fingers into a jar, and it's just extremely hydrating. It stays in place on your lips. You can sleep in it overnight as well. It doesn't really move or migrate, but it's not sticky. And I think that's what makes it stand out. Continuing to work with complexion here, I wanted to show you guys the La Prairie Skin Caviar Powder Foundation. This is a brand new launch. I was able to kind of preview it on the blog, and many of you asked for a demonstration. It does come with a puff applicator, but I'm going to continue in the tradition of utilitarianism and use my beauty blender to apply some of the powder into my oilier areas to set everything, and really a little goes a long way. This powder is buildable. I'm applying it in Honey Beige. It has skincare benefits and a beautiful skin finish. You're not going to see a powdery texture on the skin, and I love it as a companion to a lighter foundation. You can just see that like very even tone coming out from just a nominal application. And that's how I'm using this. I can't wait for you guys to try this new formula. It's simply beautiful, everything you'd expect from La Prairie. For cheeks today, I'm working with a single product to create a bronzed contoured look, as well as blush and a touch of powder highlight. And that is compliments of the Charlotte Tilbury Lovegasm palette. I've covered this a few times on my blog already. I just find it's a great way to sculpt a full face in a single product. So I'm working with my trusty Surratt Artistique cheek brush, which is an unmitigated favorite, and I'm going to go ahead and put a bit of this bronze shade onto the brush and sweep it through my cheekbones. Now there are 2 shades for this particular palette. I have both, but I find that the lighter one, the Glowgasm, is too light for my medium skin. I prefer the effect of this darker version, and I feel like there's just more color options in it overall. If you are fair to lay, I think you will like the Glowgasm, but certainly if you're light medium, medium, tan, dark, you're going to prefer this one. So now that I have added some warmth to my face, I'm going to go in to mix these 2 kind of radiant cheek colors and apply to the apples of my cheeks like this. You can see that it creates a really dewy flush that looks lit from within, and these shades are pretty pigmented, so I'm going to go very light with a light hand. I don't want to overdo the blush. You can see that there. And then I'm going to put a preliminary glow on just with the champagne toned powder here in the center of my forehead, chin, a touch down the nose, but I'm going to be very conservative because I'm going to use a cream illuminator as well in a minute. Since we're on the topic of what's in my purse, I will say something like this, while certainly substantial in size, is still very handbag friendly. And if you think about it, you're getting highlighter, 2 blush options, and a bronzer in a single component. And that's why I like to just toss this in my purse or my work bag and feel like I'm still conserving on space. On to my cream highlighter. I'm working with the Surratt Beauty Torche Lumiere, and this is in the shade Diamante. I remember when Troy was talking about creating these months ago, and I'm so excited that they have finally launched. You can see that Diamante is a really soft champagne cream highlighter that offers a wet effect on the skin, and I like that because it's not shimmer, it's just glow. And with this one, I like to just use my ring finger and go into the high points of my face to kind of enhance that light catching element. I'm gonna go right down the nose here, just subtly. I'll put a little more on my brow bone area here before I apply eye makeup. And then I'll put some right here at the high points of my cheeks. This is also a super portable, purse-friendly packaging situation. Obviously, it's sturdy, it's weighty, but it's also completely secure once you put the top on. And then maybe just a touch in here to kind of enhance the light. So there you go. Hopefully you can see its effects on camera here. For eyes, I am going to be sharing my experience with the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. This just launched. It is every bit as beautiful on the eyes as it looks in the palette, and while this does have 15 shades, I feel like this palette is a little bit smaller than her other palettes like the Gold palette or the Biba palette, and I like this size. I think it is definitely more purse friendly, purse compatible, and while it still has beautiful packaging, it's not overtly heavy, so you could toss it in your bag for the full day or certainly for travel. I'm going to be using my Hakuhodo eye brush here and go ahead and apply. Now I have swatches of all of these shades in Natural Sunlight on my blog, which I will link to in the details box, but I'm going to start by applying this bronzy gold Day Spring shade. It's shimmery and so pretty. Look at the pigmentation on that in a single pass. I love a radiant neutral eye, so of course this is where I'm starting, and Natasha makes some of the most beautiful satin and radiant finish shadows around. So you can already see a big difference between eyes here with just a quick single pass. Now that I've completed both eyes, I'm going to put a little more Day Spring in my lower lash region here to create some continuity. I like that like all over color effect. And then I'm going to take this shade Awakening, which is kind of a pinky gold, and sweep that up to my brow bone like this. Oh my gosh, such a good color. Look at that in the light. It adds definite depth and dimension, but it's not overpowering. And I'm just going to blend this in. The way that it catches light is great. And then I'll go ahead and put a bit of this shade Phlox, which is another radiant tone, right here in the crease, like this, for a little more punctuation. And that's a very quick, simple, radiant eye using 3 of these shades. I can't wait to keep experimenting with all the shades, including the matte ones, but this is an eye that I would definitely just create for a day-to-day look. I'm going to create a liquid line, which I haven't done in a while in the video. This is the new Laura Mercier Caviar Intense ink in the shade Noir, which of course is just a really jet black. And I have used this for the last week. I am so stunned at how indelible it is. Once it sets, it's not going anywhere. P.S. That does mean it takes a little extra work when you're taking it off in the shower or washing it off your eyes. It does come off, but you definitely have to put a little effort into it. But on the other side of that, it contributes to a really long-lasting eye. And I'm just going to make a little makeshift table here so you guys could see the application. I need 2 hands. Blending that into the lash line. And like so. And I try to get as close to the lashes as possible. I feel like that gives a little more impact. This is just a soft kind of winged eyeliner look. You can see that even over very pigmented and shimmery eyeshadow, you get a very strong black line. And like I said before, as long as you let it set, and this is already set, it's not going to move. It's not going to flake off or smudge off. So it's great for a full day out. Then I'm going to apply the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel in Chestnut. I'm almost ready to start another tube of this. I've gone through so many tubes over the years. It's my favorite brow product. And I just brush it through. It's really the only thing I use most days. So it's perennially in my purse. Just brush it up for a really feathery, full, defined look that doesn't flake off or move all day long. I love just being able to do my brows quickly and not think about them the rest of the day. And that's what this product affords. Brows are finished. For mascara, I am using the Sisley So Intense mascara. This was my first Sisley mascara that I ever tried years ago. And I'm on probably my third tube. It has this really diminutive comb applicator. It lets you get right at the lash base and build up your lashes like an artisan, and I like that. So also the formula is super jet black and pretty resistant to any kind of smearing or migration. I find that it can last me the whole day, even when I'm out in hot weather. Sweep a bit more here. Wow, what a difference mascara makes, right? You just saw this in real time. Finished eye, soon to be finished eye. So mascara has been applied to both eyes, and this was just 2 coats of the Sisley So Intense. And now I'm going to move on to lips. So you can see my massive love for this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. I use it almost every day, and I'm applying it over that balm that I showed you at the beginning. I'm just gonna sweep it through, and if you didn't want a more subtle effect, you could go ahead and apply it just to dry lips, but I like the moisturized effect. So I'm essentially filling in my whole lip area here. And this wears off very evenly. It's just a great neutral base to any lip color to come. And then I'm going to apply a lipstick that is new for me. It's currently on sale on the Nordstrom site. My mom picked it out and surprised me with one, and I love the color. This is MAC Who Wants Candy, and it's a very unique shade. I feel like it's got this glowy blue toned pink element going on, but it also can serve as a neutral. So I'm just applying it to my lips like this, straight from the bullet, and you can see its impact immediately. It's just such a pretty color. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It's got some opalescence, but it's still mature. It's great. So I implore you to consider picking this up before it's completely sold out. You'll get it for like $11. It's a steal. I'll make sure to link to it below. Now, of course, in my day-to-day life, I don't just have one lipstick in my purse, like not by a long shot. There's probably 10 in there, maybe more. I'm going to show you 2 colors that I think complement this look really well in 2 different formulas, so you can see some choice. I'd probably put this one on in the day. This one's by Flush Beauty, and I might put this one on at night for a little more impact. So this is the Flush Beauty Hot Sauce Lip Gloss in shade 320. It is cooling, moisturizing on the lips. This is a beautiful kind of mulberry purple shade, and it adds a beautiful amount of shine without the slightest bit of stickiness. It's a perfect formula in that regard, and there is no shimmer. It's just a cream that looks great on all complexions. So this would be my daytime look. And then for evening, I might choose to put on some of this Hourglass Unreal Lip Gloss, definitely a new launch as well, and this is in the shade Cosmic, which on a personal note reminds me a lot of a Chanel gloss that my mom and I both used to order from Japan once it was discontinued in the US. It was called Astral, and it looked almost just like this. Has a beautiful pinky sheen with some glitter effect that's micro. It doesn't feel chunky on the lips. And I like this over just even a nude lip liner for effect. I'm going to just go crazy today and add it on top of everything else. You can see it really just adds volume to the lips. On to some finishing touches. For fragrance, always in my handbag is this Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge, the travel edition. I have like a larger case for it, but I like the weightlessness of just carrying it like this, and it's pretty protected. I've never had any one of these glass vials break or leak, so I've had great experiences. I've gone through many. And then to finalize my complexion, I'm using the By Terry Brightening CC Powder in shade number 3, which is Apricot Glow. I'm using my Surratt Artistique highlight brush to just gently brush this over. This is meant to be kind of like a finishing powder that blurs pores and makes your skin just look ethereal, but it's not full-blown highlight, so don't worry about applying it somewhat liberally. You can just put it all over and you'll find that your canvas just looks the absolute best that it could look. For body care, I have been loving these 2 products from Orlan Paris. The first is this intensive firming cream, which is designed to really add a nice layer of firmness to the skin. I love it when I'm wearing tank tops or sleeveless tops, and certainly shorts or bathing suits. It really does offer a tangible firmness. For additional hydration, I love this intense hydration fluid from Orlan. In fact, you can layer the 2 if you would like, if your skin's feeling extra parched, or use one in the morning and one at night, depending on your schedule. But both of these are invaluable in my body care routine lately. And my clothes today are also pieces that I picked up in the last month or so, relaxed and easy. This linen shirt is from Lole, and it is longer, which you can see here. I'll have pictures on my blog as well. And I'm also wearing these green kind of detailed crop leggings from Zella, which I picked up at Nordstrom, as well as my YSL slides, which are chic yet completely effortless. So all those pieces will be detailed in the box below. I also want to thank my mom and beauty professor assistant Laura for filming today's video. It is so much easier to create content when there's 2 of us. And also my dad for keeping an eye on Joey when I'm on camera. So it's a family affair over here. We're all so close. I know I talk about them all the time, but I just wanted to acknowledge that in this video today. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and peek into my handbag and detailed product talk. And it feels so good to be back doing a video. I thank you guys for your support. You're always leaving me sweet comments and encouraging me on Instagram and on my blog posts to keep making videos, and certainly that's my intent this summer, to be on a more regular schedule. Please let me know in the comments box what you would like to see next. I always just add it to a master list and try to create for you. So I will keep an eye out for that. I hope you have a wonderful beginning of summer, and I will be back soon with even more. In the meanwhile, don't forget to visit me at Beauty Professor, which can be found at beautyprofessor.com. Take care.